Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Master English Podcast. I'm Alex, and I'm really excited about today's topic because it's something every English learner wants to improve: speaking confidently in English. Speaking can be intimidating, but with the right practice, anyone can get better. So, Maya, how are you feeling about sharing some useful tips today?
Hi Alex, hi everyone. I'm Maya, and I'm feeling great. I know how challenging speaking English can be, especially for beginners. Sometimes it feels scary to start conversations or even practice alone. But the good news is, with patience and the right techniques, you can make real progress. Today, we're going to share 10 solid tips that listeners can use every day to improve their English speaking skills and feel more confident in conversations. Ready to dive in?
Absolutely. Let's jump right in. The first tip is really simple but so important: speak English every single day. It doesn't have to be a long conversation, even just a few sentences will help your brain get used to the language. When you make speaking English a daily habit, it becomes more natural over time.
That's so true. I remember when I first started, I felt nervous speaking even a few sentences. But I made it a goal to talk to myself or describe what I was doing during the day. For example, I'd say things like, "Now, I am making coffee," or "I'm going to work." These small talks helped me build muscle memory for speaking.
Exactly. Even if no one else is around, talking out loud to yourself or thinking aloud helps improve fluency. And don't worry about making mistakes here, the goal is to get comfortable forming sentences. Speaking of comfort, starting with simple and familiar topics is a great way to reduce anxiety. Instead of jumping into complex or unfamiliar subjects, focus on things like the weather, your hobbies, or daily routines.
Yes, it's easier to talk about what you know well. For example, if you like cooking, you could practice describing recipes or your favorite foods. Saying things like, "I love cooking pasta because it's quick and tasty," helps you practice useful vocabulary in context.
And these simple topics give you a chance to practice full sentences without worrying too much about vocabulary or grammar. It's also great practice for real-life conversations since these topics come up often.
Now, practicing with other people is where the magic happens. When you speak with a friend, tutor, or language partner, you get to hear natural expressions and receive feedback that helps you improve.
Absolutely. Conversations with others also teach you how to respond in real time, which is different from practicing alone. It can be challenging at first because you have to think quickly, but that's how your brain learns to process English faster.
And don't forget, if you don't have anyone nearby, there are lots of websites and apps where you can connect with native speakers or other learners. It's a great way to practice regularly and make learning more social.
Another powerful technique is listening and repeating. This is where you listen to short sentences, podcasts, or dialogues and try to imitate the pronunciation and intonation.
Right. Listening helps you understand natural speech patterns, and repeating aloud trains your mouth to form sounds correctly. For example, listening to a sentence like "How are you doing today?" and repeating it several times can help you sound more natural and confident.
Plus, this kind of practice improves your listening skills, so you can understand others better in conversations. It's a win-win.
Have you tried recording yourself, Alex? I know it can feel awkward at first, but it's such a helpful tool.
Definitely. When I first recorded my voice, I noticed pronunciation errors and unnatural pauses that I didn't realize when just speaking. Listening back gave me clear areas to work on.
Recording helps you track your progress over time too. When you compare old recordings with new ones, you'll see how much you've improved, which is very motivating.
One mistake many learners make is focusing too much on individual words instead of phrases. Learning common phrases makes your speaking more natural.
Exactly. Instead of memorizing hello or goodbye separately, learn expressions like "how's it going?" or "see you later." These phrases flow better in conversation.
Also, phrases give you ready-made chunks of language to use, which helps with fluency because you don't have to create sentences word by word.
One of the biggest hurdles is fear of making mistakes. What advice do you have for our listeners on that, Alex?
Mistakes are a natural part of learning any language. The key is to accept them as opportunities to improve instead of feeling embarrassed. The more you practice speaking, the fewer mistakes you'll make over time.
Yes, and remember, even native speakers make mistakes sometimes. So, don't let fear stop you from practicing or joining conversations.
Thinking in English instead of translating from your native language is a game changer. It helps speed up your speaking and makes your responses more natural.
I agree. For example, instead of thinking I want to say this in English and then translating, try to describe what you want to say directly in English in your mind. This helps reduce hesitation and makes your speech flow better.
It takes practice, but the more you think in English, the easier it gets.
Today, we're lucky to have so many tools at our fingertips. There are apps that help you practice pronunciation, connect with speakers worldwide, and even have conversations with chatbots.
Yes, technology makes it easy to practice anytime, anywhere. For example, some apps listen to your voice and give instant feedback on pronunciation, which is super helpful.
And don't forget online video calls or language exchange websites, which let you practice speaking with real people around the world.
Finally, setting small, achievable goals keeps you motivated. Maybe you want to speak English for 5 minutes every day or learn 5 new phrases a week.
Celebrating your progress, no matter how small, is so important. It reminds you that your hard work is paying off and encourages you to keep going.
Every little step forward is progress. So keep practicing and enjoy the journey.
Thanks for joining us today. We hope these tips help you feel more confident and excited to practice English conversation every day.
Remember, consistent practice is the key. Keep speaking, don't be afraid of mistakes, and have fun with your learning.
If you liked this episode, please subscribe and share it with friends who want to improve their English too. See you next time.
Bye everyone.